Now, your Alaska Link weather for Fairbanks and the interior.
Well, our month of March has officially come to an end, and before we rounded off the end of March, we did bring in just around 7/10 of an inch of snowfall as we hit midnight. So that did allow for a snowfall total there to just climb shy of 2 inches. Still kept us there with a deficit for both snowfall as well as precipitation, and above average temperature month. But overall, nothing of these in the categories fall in our top 10 for Fairbanks. So nothing that has drawn too much attention yet, but we are noting that when it comes down to this little bit of deficit of snowfall that we saw for March, we are starting to feel some of that as we've been seeing some snow showers here across the interior, even some whiteout conditions at times with some of those bigger snowflakes, even noting that here in the local area, some of those bigger snowflakes were even melting as we've been watching temperatures even climb above that freezing mark, making for more of this wet snowfall. Now, we will stay underneath the winter headlines here as we head into our Wednesday, as we still are noting that there is snowfall accumulation expected. We'll see tonight will drop down to a low of 28 degrees, so cloud cover keeping us mild, but we do drop below that freezing mark, seeing that snow showers are our main precipitation type into our Wednesday morning. But again, into our Wednesday afternoon, similar to what we had here for our Tuesday, will temperatures be able to just climb above that freezing mark, which will, especially in our lower elevation spots, allow for that to be more of a mix or a wetter snowfall or even a rain shower. Now, as that holds through our Wednesday, we'll see that we'll continue to watch the system fall apart as we head into our Thursday. But what we will note is that we continue through the rest of the week is tapping into a southerly flow, which is allowing for some warming temperatures. Highs are going to be able to climb even into the 40s at points, and with a fresh layer of moisture on the ground, we are noting that this is going to cause for some freeze thaw concerns as we see daytime weekend thaw, but overnight we can freeze, leading to some slippery weather. Now, slippery conditions. Now, when it comes down to continuing into the weekend forecast, there is some active conditions to our south, and that will allow for some widely scattered precipitation to pull in. So we're not out of the clear of this rain snow mix, but we are going to see that the highest impacts are starting to dwindle. Now, we're still going to have some impacts to our Wednesday morning commute, so do plan for some extra time hitting the pavement. We do note again, as mentioned, we do fall below that freezing mark overnight, but as we head into the afternoon, we pull above freezing and even have that chance to already flirt with the 40s here for our Wednesday, which would change that precipitation type over. We also will note that we do continue to stay with some windy conditions, so wind with some wet roadways, especially through passing between lower elevations to higher elevations, that can create some slippery roads. We continue to see as well as that higher reflectivity holding on for our Wednesday, so that's why that winter weather headline is going to stay in place as we monitor those snow showers around. Not expecting significant accumulation, but enough to continue to dose those roadways and create that slippery travel. We're at 13 hours and 47 minutes of daylight for our Wednesday. Not much of that daylight around here as we will be battling this active weather pattern, but what we do watch by the weekend is that we are monitoring some very warm weather conditions, as well as still noting that we may have some potential precipitation across the interior.